Yo, welcome to another episode of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. I'm your host and the man behind the mic, K-Sap. And today's show is the college game day edition of the Texas OU game. When you come across this video, please give it a thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. I see everybody in the comments section, man. Hashtag salute. Once I said, turn on your post notifications. Make sure you got the bell icon on so you'll know every time that Simply Ball drops another hot banger. Highly anticipated game down here in Texas. Oklahoma and the Oklahoma Sooners and the Texas Longhorns. And we had a thriller of a ball game. But before we get off into this video, today's show is sponsored by...
This episode is sponsored by True Choice Insurance. Here at True Choice, we take a different philosophy when it comes to providing you with your insurance options. We emphasize the value of the products we offer, instead of playing on the fear of you not being protected in your time of need. True Choice is affiliated with more than 60 insurance companies. This makes us one of the most independent agencies in the state of Texas. Please visit TrueChoiceInsurance.com for all your insurance needs.
Yeah, once again, shout out to my man Brian Kelly and his wife over there at True Choice Insurance. You guys visit them on the website. Their address is www.truechoiceinsurance.com. Y'all guys get with them for all your insurance needs, man. Telling the man from behind the mic of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast sent you their way. Well, college game day edition, man. We're going to talk about the Oklahoma and Texas game. That was a thriller of a ball game. Coming off last year's debacle, Texas drove Oklahoma 49-0. At that time, Texas was ranked number 25. Oklahoma was unranked, but their quarterback, Dylan Gabriel, he wasn't on the field last year. So he wanted to make amends this year, and he wanted to put a statement down. So coming into this game, Texas is ranked number 12. Oklahoma's ranked number 12. Texas ranked number 3 in the nation. And man, it was a hell of a ball game from start to finish. Oklahoma jumped out on Texas early. Dylan Gabriel, he did a quarterback sneak. They struck first after, Quinn Ewers threw an interception early in the game. That's what hurt Texas, man. Texas had a lot of turnovers, but it was still a great game. Quinn Ewers had 3 turnovers, man. He had 2 interceptions, but he did go 31 for 37, 346 yards. The game was close all the way through. Fourth quarter, Oklahoma had a 10-point lead. Texas was able to march down the field and tie that ball game up 27-27. But shout out to Dylan Gabriel, man. He made amends, man, today. He ran for 1 touchdown. He threw for 285 yards. He rushed for 113 on 14 carries. Also, he had midway through the fourth quarter, he escaped a run for about 44 yards. But to me, Oklahoma was about to give the game away on their special teams. Oklahoma's special teams, they didn't play too well today. They struggled. They gave up a fake punt. They let the guy get a fake punt for a first down. They had a chance to get off the field and really take, the momentum and put some more points up, but that didn't happen. They had a punt block for a touchdown. And then the field goal, special teams, man, the guy missed a 44-yard field goal. But other than that, man, it was a great game. Came down to the last possession. The crazy thing about it is it was 27-27. Longhorns was marching down the field. Oklahoma got the stop that they needed to have Texas settle for that field goal. But you got to give it up to Bert Auburn. he had 2 field goals on the day. He had one for 25. He kicked a 25-yard field goal, then he kicked a 45-yard field goal. But the one that, broke the tie with 1 minute and 15 seconds left, he kicked a 47-yard field goal. And I mean, he could have kicked that from he had about 6-7 yards to spare. That would have been good from 55. So he put a lot of leg in that. But that left time on the field, man. That left time on the clock for Oklahoma to drive down the field, at least to get a game-tying field goal. But it was 1 minute and 17 seconds left. They kicked the ball off in the end zone. Oklahoma took possession of that around the 25-yard line. Oklahoma came out, completed a couple passes. But the key pass was the one that Dylan Gabriel hit the Stoops, Bob Stoops' son. That was like, let me see, probably about a 20-yard pickup right across the middle. So once they got down there, and they didn't have no timeouts. And once they got down there, I said, because in college, you get a first down, the clock stops. So all they got to do is rush back up to the line and get set. And then the official's going to wind the clock back up. But they took advantage of that. So they hustled down and got the plays off. So once they got down within about the 20-yard line, I said, man, they're going to score. They're going to go for the juggler. They ain't settling for no field goal, because it was like 35 seconds left. But I said, don't try to run the play too quick. Don't give Texas that much time if you do score, because at that time Texas still had like 2 timeouts. So I said, man, you don't have to spike the ball. I mean, but don't go so fast. But then they got down. They tried to do a draw play on 1st and goal. Dylan got stopped, and then he found the wide receiver wide open in the back of the end zone with like 15 seconds left. And the fans went crazy. It was a lot of, Oklahoma fans at the Cotton Bowl, but that's how it is. That's a rivalry. But, Oklahoma wanted that game. They wanted to make amends from last year when they got thrashed 49-0. And that's not very indicative of, an Oklahoma and Texas game, 49-0. That was a great game for all you Oklahoma Sooner fans. Y'all got off the schneid. I mean, Oklahoma's playing, and on College game day, they even had Baker Mayfield, in attendance up there with Lee Corso, Desmond Howard, and Kurt Herbstreit. I mean, he said it. He come down, he had his hat on, down horns, but he's an Oklahoma guy. So, shout out to Oklahoma. Well, actually, shout out to Texas and Oklahoma, because, man, it was a great game, man. But Oklahoma came down here and they stole one. They stole one. I mean, Texas fans thought they had it, but overall, man, it was a good game. Like I said, Dylan Gabriel, he completed 23 of 38 passes for 285 yards. Like I said, he rushed for 113 yards on a touchdown on 14 carries. Quinn Ewers, man, he had 3 turnovers, including 2 interceptions. He went 31 of 37 passing for 346 yards. But like I said, man, it was a tie game, and thanks to Jonathan Brooks' 29-yard touchdown run with 6 minutes and 10 seconds to play, in the fourth, Texas kicker Burt, Auburn hit that go-ahead 47-yard field goal, but it left too much time on the clock for OU. And OU marched down the field, man, and that was a great game. Respect to both teams. Great showing. But the crazy thing about it is, the Oklahoma Boomer Sooner, man, they stormed back on a 5-play, 75-yard touchdown drive to retake the lead with 15 seconds left. But that's going to wrap up another episode of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast, College Game Day edition. You guys keep supporting the channel. Y'all guys, let me know what y'all think about the Oklahoma and Texas game. Like I said, I see everybody in the comments section, #salute. And this is going to wrap up another episode of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. I'm your host and the man behind the mic, K-Sap. We're going to catch you on the next one. Deuces.
Thanks for listening to the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share on all major platforms.
Another one.